we think of talent as skill and ability, but the word talent is also used in our Bibles to denote a certain amount of money, like a coin or a paper dollar bill in our terms of thinking. And Jesus tells this parable, a long parable, verses 14 through 30 of chapter 25 in Matthew's Gospel. So a lot of biblical real estate. And the basic point of the parable is that God gives his children gifts and abilities and material to use for the advancement of his kingdom. And so the question is, what are you doing to advance God's kingdom? And the person that gets in the most trouble in the parable is the person that takes what they have and buries it and then just waits for Jesus, waits for the master to return. That is not the purpose of the gifts and skills and abilities. They are to be used for the kingdom. And so in the parable, the master speaks very harshly and says, throw this person into outer darkness because they just sat on what I gave them. So if you're a Christian, you need to consider, how am I using what God has given me mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, vocationally? How am I using all those things the best I can with Christ-like wisdom to further the kingdom? Only you, in concert with the Holy Spirit, know the answer to that question. I don't know the answer to that question for you. We need to all be asking it of the Lord. But that might be something you consider reading today and also asking the Lord, well, help me to see if I'm just sitting on abilities and attributes and material that I ought not to be sitting on. I ought to be using it to further the kingdom. Ask the Lord to help you see that today. God bless.